Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Let me turn off my fan. All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's see what we're doing. So, okay, up about 0.30 to start the day. We do have some. Let's see, nothing's down crazy. My biggest name right now is ZI. ZI is actually up about, 8% off earnings yesterday. IWM looks like it's, I don't know, big hits on APPS this morning with earnings. So that's good. We'll see what IWM does today. Looks like we have kind of a small flush out this morning, but that's totally okay. Games that did get on earnings yesterday, Steam, but everyone's doing good. Small flush, but no. I'm gonna take a look, see some trending stuff. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. IWM might do good today. We'll see. We could definitely hit down here at 233.08 before we really make a push up. We kind of have this gap to fill on the minute right here, so maybe even down to 233.08 might not be a terrible idea with a bounce. Tesla taking a little bit of a hitting too, but okay for the most part. Let's see how SPY is performing. SPY is not doing too bad compared to IWM, and I know the Fed report comes today, which could be tapering. So all these small caps might. We'll have to see what happens with those. Yeah, IWM is still falling, but looks like APPS is still getting some nice hits this morning. Good to see. Interesting. Yeah, APPS actually follows the QQQ instead because it is a larger cap kind of deal. So that makes sense too. APPS is going this morning. Yeah, APPS tends to follow QQQ since it is like a bigger tech stock. It's not like a huge market cap, but it sometimes does kind of follow that model of QQQ. So nice, it's up about 1% today. I'll take it. APPS again, everyone knows, probably my biggest holding. So I'll take it. Love to see 95 today. We'll see. I'm still surprised. We do have earnings too, so we'll have to see. But yeah, IWM, maybe we'll see a bounce off of here. But see, my portfolio is down 0.5% this morning. Looks like XP is kind of taking it down. GRTS. Actually, some of these bios. Just totally fine. Good morning. What's going on, James? What's going on, Sai? Hopefully IWM rebounds. We'll see. Might be a slow day, but after yesterday, if I was down 1% or 2 today, that's fine. I don't know what XP's deal is right now. Yeah, XP is doing this right now, so not sure why it's deciding to do that. It's really about the only name that's really tanking is XP this morning, but Not sure why. Maybe there's some news out. I doubt it. Huh. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see if we can see a bounce on IWM today. I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm hoping that we could kind of bounce in this like level right here, about 233, anywhere in here. Probably should see a reversal, but time will tell. Yeah, it's a good Tesla. Is Tesla turning up? I know Tesla was like up so much yesterday. I was looking at shorting it, but that would have been a bad idea. Okay, let's take a look. I don't know. It looks a bit overextended. We'll take a look. This is one of the most overextended charts I've seen in a while. We'll take a look. Yeah, RSI. I mean, we are kind of. I don't know. I still think we're really, really overextended. I mean, Tesla's one of those names that once we get hot, you know, we can go up 20% more than like, you know, what we're doing. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. I want to see it consolidate a little bit more. It does seem like we're really, really overextended, so maybe we consolidate in these 11,000s or 1100s for a little bit, but on the daily we really, really are overextended. IWM is not being fun today. Let's take a look. And then with MACD, I want to see MACD. This is my problem. So usually when MACD gets high like this, we usually see some pretty big pullbacks or some consolidation. If we could go back, you know, once this blue line gets all the way overextended right here, we're usually due for a pretty big pullback or consolidation. So I am thinking that Okigen's at 15. Take a look. Interesting. Yeah, it is at 15. Yeah, like I said, super, super strong name. Clearing a lot of resistance. This name still has a lot of room that could be ran, but not interested. Seems a little bit overextended. Hopefully IWM can bounce sometime today. I'm hoping IWM will bounce a little bit. I guess no names are doing terrible today, but I am a little bit annoyed with Okay, we're gonna take a look at SBEA. This name is trending. Okay. A lot of volume. This name might be on watch today for a day trade. We might have a flush this morning. I mean, we are having a flush on IWM. IWM's kind of frustrating sometimes, but that's all right. And then, what are some other names? Looks like that's the only name. Not a lot of the small caps are picking up today. What's going on, Dan? Good morning. Bounce small caps. A really good name that's been keeping my portfolio up to date. Dxlg has been really, really strong the last week. I bought in at, I think I bought in at about 623, but this name has been really, really strong for me. Nice continuation on that name. But hopefully I don't know why IWM was up a lot yesterday. I know the Fed is coming out with some tapering thing. They might be doing tapering today. I'm not sure. Yeah. Interesting. See, APPS, I'm surprised with the QQQs doing good. That's still not up, but we'll see if I I joined your gold membership on Patreon. Where can I access your alerts? Let me take a look. If you did, I appreciate it. I must have not have seen it. Give me a sec. Okay, sweet. Are you Dan, I assume? Thank you. I didn't see that. Thanks for letting me know. Just if you just DM me on Twitter or DM me give me on Discord. If you just give me your Discord name, I'll send that for you. And thank you for doing that. I really, really appreciate it. And then, yeah, just send me your name on Discord, and then I'll make sure that you're in there. I'll do that right now. While this stream still hasn't really picked up too much. I swear. So I was talking to someone yesterday, but so Afram yesterday was doing terrible. I want to look at AFRM, but Afram does good whenever the market's like down. Whenever like all the growth names are down, Afram just does good. It's so strange, this name. And Afram actually, we are getting kind of close to a breakout, possibly. Maybe over 165. Hopefully this isn't a rounding top, but that one looks okay as well. What's up, JC? Yeah, I will send that. So yeah, just DM me on Discord. You're just your user, or you can just DM me and I'll look at your user. I'm trying to move some money over to my brokerage today, and it's still pending. It's kind of annoying. I hate when stuff just sits there and pens. I'm not sure why, but I'm just like looking and everything's pending. I would have liked to use the cash today, but that's okay. IWM will bounce somewhere in here, I assume. This 232 level wouldn't be a terrible spot to bounce. Let's look at the 5 minute. Yeah, hopefully we can bounce here, because if not, we don't really have too much support up. I do want to take a look. So we did break out of the IWM yesterday. Well, I would say that was a breakout yesterday. We're super, super close regardless. Over 235 would be a clear breakout, but I was hoping that we could follow that today. Okay, Eagle. All right, I'll make sure you're added. This is the name I was told you that I might be watching today, Spia. Looks like we did kind of flush out, like I was talking about. Yeah, that's a big flush. If we can maybe bounce at like this $11 level or low 12s, might be interesting. Oh, it was my alias account. Oh, alias. Okay, I see. No worries. Maybe we're bouncing. I don't know. We'll see. I am excited. APPS earnings are today, and then I don't think XP earnings are tomorrow, I believe. But yeah, I've been super, super excited for XP earnings for a long time now. So very, very excited. Yeah, yep. I'm super, super excited about APPS too. We'll see what happens. What's going on June? Good morning. Yeah, APPS is one of those names I'm super, super excited about today. We'll see. We'll see if that. I kind of have what I would like to see from APPS, my earnings wise, but hopefully that it'll beat my expectations. Yeah, ARC's down about 1% today. My portfolio is about down 1% today as well. XP is kind of, let's see. SI is actually doing pretty good today. XP is kind of pooping the bed today. We're seeing some bigger lows. XP, I'm really hoping that earnings will really accelerate this stock. It's been in this kind of range for a while now. We are kind of setting up possibly, you know, a flag on the daily. But hopefully this will kind of be the bottom in here. Not too sure. Yeah, XP's tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, XP's tomorrow, so okay. Yeah, I am excited for XP tomorrow as well. I don't know why it says my portfolio is up 1.5% today. My portfolio is glitching. It thinks SI is up 18% today. It's not. It'd be cool if it was, but just not. Yeah. Okay. Don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, hopefully XP can send it. You know, if we have good earnings, there's no reason we shouldn't be able to send it, you know, over that. What would I say, the 55 mark? That'd be really, really nice if we could see that 55 mark, but I'm not holding my breath. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I do want to see. Yeah, I've been kind of looking at the order flows. Usually before earnings, you can look at the order flow on names like APPS and stuff like that, and kind of get an idea of what people's sentiment is. I'm sure that the order flow still might not be terrible today. The problem is it's that we're just kind of trending down. The market is kind of sitting down today, IWM, but regardless if APPS has a good day or not, I think earnings will be good. So I'm hoping that we see a nice little bounce. That would be sweet. Let's see. I wish my portfolio wasn't messed up. It's like SI is glitched in my portfolio and it says that it's up like 20%. Okay, there we go. Wow, that is so. So when we talk about some of these names that are just kind of annoying, I just want to point this out. SI today on earnings was up like 7% pre-market, and now we're sitting down at 3% loss. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes earnings plays, you know, regardless of the earnings, sometimes the price, I talked about this yesterday, but sometimes the earnings um, don't really get reflected in there, which is kind of unfortunate, but sometimes you just don't really see that happen, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Might not be a terrible time. I didn't have that much of ZI in my portfolio, killed earnings, so I might be interested in adding a little bit more today. Just a little bit. Right. That sucks. I'm just kind of looking at news, but yeah, AP ZI had some like really really good earnings, but sometimes those names just fall regardless. Kind of sucks, but is what it is. Looks like ARK is kind of turning up today, though. ARK is usually a good benchmark for growth. Usually, kind of, my goal is to try to beat ARK. Beating ARK is kind of my goal, just because it's kind of a growth name, a great growth stock. What is it? ETF. It's an ETF. So I try to do that for the most part. So if I can beat ARK, I beat ARK last month. This month I'm having a good time. That's kind of my goal. All right. Tesla's one of those names that, like, I mean, even today, that's just super, super crazy. I mean, we're all the way almost back to all-time highs. This name just, whenever it decides to go, it goes. That's why, even when I think Tesla's topping out, it still might not be the top. I think that we do need to see some sort of kind of pullback, or consolidation for this name, but this name just does not stop. Sometimes it's ridiculous. I am looking for some day trades today, possibly. With IWM being kind of down, I don't really see any. Usually when I enter a day trade, I want the stock to be a little bit volatile. In the 30 to 100% range, up. Just because if we get a good chart set up, we can see some bigger moves. I don't really want to be stuck in something like that. Wow. Okay. So this is interesting as well. CHGG. This is one of these hyper growth names as well. Used to be, and it's down about 41%. So yeah, CHGG was one of, not a really hyper growth name, but we had a strong year, and we're kind of sitting back to COVID lows. So I don't know what the earnings on this were, but I can't assume that they were like amazing. Wow, that's crazy to see. I don't know what I got to take a look at these earnings. Let's take a look. Is it earnings or what was it? Maybe it was an offering. Here we go. So, okay. Don't know why the earnings aren't up, but November 1st. Looks like we beat earnings, but now those earnings reports still might have been bad. Interesting. Okay. They're not in here yet, but we had 198 million of revenue, and then what was it this quarter? 173. Interesting. I don't know why. If anyone knows why Chegg is down so much, I'd be interested to hear. Let's see. Is Facebook on a fall? I mean, not really. I still think, like, Facebook, we're sitting our 200-day moving average. It's really not a terrible spot to buy down here if you're long term about the company. We've been consolidating for a while down here. I think we should have our next leg up soon on Facebook. Not really too. I don't know. I don't like Facebook long term as a company. There's too much like political stuff. When the stock gets political, I try to stay out of it. I don't mind politics, but like when a stock tries to get involved, I try to kind of go the other way. So that's my problem with that one. Yeah, XP is kind of being a dud today. I don't know why XP is being such a dud. I still do think earnings on XP will send this thing flying, but XP is being a dud today, down about 6%. Still, if we zoom out to the long-term picture, nothing wrong with it, but still kind of a rough day for one of my bigger holdings. Kind of sucks. Actually looks for a day trade, very small market cap. Yeah, I know the volume is there on NXTD. I just know that it. We did play that yesterday. I think we played it yesterday, but I still don't think we're done flushing today. I still think that. We could see some more upside. I just don't like this move. We went all the way $8 to pre-market, and we're sitting right down at 489. So we might see a bounce intraday, but for me, the bounce still isn't in play yet, but it might be there. Been a while since yeah, we haven't streamed for a while. I've been pretty busy with school and stuff like that. I'm getting back to kind of an actual schedule. I'm gonna be live every day now. I'm gonna start getting on at 7:30. It just helps. It'll help me out a lot. A name I was looking at, FLGT, is a name that I am going to be adding to. FLGT, we're really, really starting to break out here, in my opinion. I saw some $150 calls, some really, really big orders on FLGT. When I look at FLGT, I really, 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 really like the growth. It's one of the better growth companies I've seen. Yeah, one of the better growths for sure. Super, super high growth. So I will be, like I said, I will be looking to add to FLGT here. I don't know why my portfolio like rebalanced yesterday. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't like my, for some reason my portfolio rebalanced. And I'm not too sure why. So with M1 you can like automatically rebalance your portfolio, but sometimes I don't like to like actually rebalance it because I like to keep those winners that keep winning. If they're up, I don't want them to go back down, but for some reason it decided to do that today, so I'm not too sure why. I know it tried to rebalance SI. And SI is having a really, really strong day as well today. Super, super strong. This was one of my favorite names. And we had a super, super strong yesterday. Except I'm really, really pissed because it seemed it tried to rebalance my portfolio. And it I was up a lot on SI, and then it brought that back down. Yeah, because I had that much money in there, and then it's back down. So kind of tight up about that, but that's okay. Yeah, it kind of sucks they did that, but that's all right. Yeah, again, I am gonna be adding a lot, not a lot, but I am adding till FLGT today. Again, I'm really, really excited. It looks like we are kind of breaking out, and then on top of that, earnings have just been so good. Oh shoot, this is sorry, my bad. I've been trying to read stream, but it hasn't even caught up. With Church is not signed, will give cars a discount when he doesn't even have enough stock for customer orders. Yeah, and then it's back up. It's crazy. Do you think GMA releases into on F? And I didn't actually think of GameStop doing that, but actually, kind of thinking about that. It makes sense that GameStop could do something like that. It seems reasonable. LRC's not coming up, so maybe. Yeah, Chegg earnings just weren't too bad. Is Pow still in your portfolio? Yeah, Pow's still in my portfolio. I'm still waiting for that name to turn up. That name's been kind of a lagger to my relative growth portfolio, which kind of sucks. But well, I'm still super mad that they cut my SI. Like I didn't want to rebalance today, and it rebalanced, and but yeah, Pow's still on there. It's one of the more. It's a smaller name I hold for sure. There's growth names that I have high conviction on. Like something like APPS makes up about 15% of my portfolio. Something like POW probably makes up. I can actually look. POW makes up 6% of my portfolio. So I do have it in there, but not one of my highest conviction names to say the least. Yep, I'm hoping to be live more. Yeah, PRQR. Let's take a look. PRQR. So it's a therapeutic, so it's going to be hard. Let's see if they have earnings updated yet. Sometimes it takes a while for them to do that. And then I'm pretty mad at M1 Finance. I had about $200 come in today. Not that it's that much money, but I had $200 come in and nothing. Okay, so I don't see any. Looks like we're not going to report till later. We're going to report here on November 15th. If we can't beat this estimate, though, we do have some growth. But for me, that we still don't even have $1 million of growth on this. So there's got to be some drug they're working on. It looks like they're probably working up in the trials because this chart looks really good. So honestly, there's not going to really need to be earnings there as long as there's been no earnings. So, I just don't know. Any earnings will probably be fine. If there's a surprise earnings, great, but there's just been no earnings. We could dump before, I don't know, Okijin looks okay. Could we dump before the news? Definitely. People really don't like the news. It could, but this chart looks really good. We are starting to get overextended on the daily, but we still have about room up, I would say 220, maybe. Yeah, we do have a lot of room up. I do want to see some consolidation. We've had about the last 4 days have been crazy, but Okujin looks okay. Not my favorite name. It looks like we are getting pretty overextended, but some nice moves from Okujin, nonetheless. Trying to see. Yeah, okay. Growth is turning up today. When I'm talking about, I'm actually up 100% on my. So I did. It was actually crazy the timing, but I did add in heavily to SI and about this $100 mark here, about 110. I wonder what my average cost is for SI. This is one of my killer growth names that have been doing really good. I have a okay. Interesting. So my price is about 75. I did buy back in the day here in the 70s, but I really did load up in this 110 mark, and that thing has been killing it. You're welcome, Patrick. Roku is a really strong growth name that's gotten beaten down. If you liked, I think Roku, if you're long term, if you really like Roku long term, it's not a bad idea to buy at these low 300 levels. There's nothing wrong with that. Earnings are still really good on this stock. If we could even hit about 294 would probably be like the actual buy zone you want to take up. But yeah, Roku looks fine. It's been like, again, my whole thesis around trading has changed a little bit. For me, for the most part, what I want to see is that, when I'm not necessarily trading a stock, And give me 1 second. Where did all this money come from? Okay. Interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to take a look. Not sure, but my growth portfolio was. It looks like through $200 just got like removed. I'm not sure. I might have to call them. That's annoying. I don't understand. Um, my growth portfolio is up on the day, but I'm still. I might have to. I might have to like end this and call these people. I don't understand, but like. I was up like a lot of money yesterday, and now it's saying that like it just disappeared for some reason. I'm kind of not really getting what's happening here. Give me 1 sec to look into this. I apologize. I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, I might have to give these guys a call. For some reason, it just like my portfolio just like disappeared for some reason. I had a lot of money in here, and then it just kind of went away. So I'm kind of just um, a little bit curious of what happened. When was this picture taken? So yeah, yesterday I was sitting at that, and then okay. Let me see. I'm gonna mute my phone for 1 second. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. I know that that took longer than expected. Um, pretty much what happened is I meant to move $200 over and I withdrew 200. So yeah, that was. I was just like, what the heck? Why does my portfolio look like that? But um, okay, I was like, I was just concerned because like $200 disappeared, but that's fine now. No worries on that. I'm hopefully growth looks like it is down today a little bit. We were almost even there, but some names on yeah, nothing's like killing me really too bad. Um, we had such a good yesterday that I can't complain. Down about 0.94%. Look at car. Yeah, sorry. No, oh my god, I can't believe that I took 200 out instead of like deposited it. Wow, big move. Yeah. Looks like we halted. Holy cow. What a move. That's off of earnings too. So let's take a look. Wow. Okay. Um, we want to look at this earning calls. So, wow. Okay. That is crazy. So, our EPS is crazy. Our 60% surprise means our profit margin, but our revenue still, last quarter to last quarter, that's a big jump. Okay. Yeah, that's a crazy beat. I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm not interested because this is an ER move, or an earnings move on a kind of a larger cap stock. But wow, that is a crazy growth name. I've never seen this, but wow, crazy run up this last week and just some follow through today. Um, wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't actually even see that. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a really big move. Not like interested. Like again, I'm not interested in buying that because for obvious reasons. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm hopefully, something like that with all the growth names always have the potential something like that to happen. When we talk about, just growth names in general, they have the chance of beating earnings, as always. So for me, I'm super, super excited to see if that can happen. Maybe we will see something like that. But for the most part, yeah, that's a stupid, crazy move. Looks like we're actually halted up as well. Still wasn't like, I mean, there was still a big EPS change, but I'm still surprised that it did that. That's such a big move off of good earnings, but I wouldn't expect them to go up 110%. I'm hopefully. It'd be awesome if like something like APPS or XP did something like this. That'd be really cool. That'd be pretty sweet. Hopefully, maybe it'll do something like that. Uh, NXTD looks good today. Yeah. And what does Car do? Avis budget, okay. And that's actually interesting. I wonder if that kind of fits in with Afram, but regardless, that's a super, super big move. I'm not like again, I'm not interested in playing it. But yeah, that's crazy. Oh, I'm so tied up. Like I had like this great buying opportunity today. I was so excited, and then um, I accidentally. Yeah, we'll take a look at NXTD. NXTD could make a big move. I mean, we did hit $8 pre-market, but Yeah, it is starting to move a little bit. I do want to see us go. We actually did break this long-term resistance right here, but maybe over about, I don't know, maybe over like 515 I'd be interested. We're still not there. Teva cleared another. Okay, we'll take a look. Teva. I'm not too interested yet on that one, but it might shapen up. So for this chart, I'm not interested just because looks like we had a super strong day, but for the most part, this chart has just been very bad. So I'm not interested on the chart. Usually, I've been trying to stick with which really helped me out this quarter, and it might help you guys out too. But my whole motto is that I only want to buy stocks that are trading in their 52-week high. Close to their 52-week high. So if we look at something like, Afrim, APPS, XP that have been going up every day, stocks that are usually trading up to its, at its 52-week high, have a lot of momentum, have a lot of relative strength. So that's why I like to play those. Otherwise, I'm just not too interested. And that's just what I would say about that. If we can, stocks that are just near their 52-week lows like this just tend to not really make bigger moves. They usually have a lot of downside to come. I'm still looking at the options flow for APPS. Nothing crazy coming in today. I do have some bigger sweeps. I know that just because of earnings, APPS usually beats. So yeah, we'll see if NXCD can make a bigger move. We were up a lot and then we kind of faded, so I'm still kind of thinking that we need to hit this break over that 5 level. Let's see what BKKT is doing. BKKT, I really think that BKKT could BKKT is another one that I want to watch. This stock does make crazy moves from some of the lows, and I do think that there's a lot of upside for that. So let's see. Let's see what BKKT looks like. This was one that we tried to play last week, if you remember. It didn't work, and then the next day it was up 70%. But are making a nice, again, we are making a higher low right here. So maybe if we do, end up breaking about 37 or 38, might not be a terrible news. Not to buy, just good news. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, hopefully, we'll see. We are getting kind of close to breakout, but maybe over about 38, we could see something happen. We have had some nice consolidation leading up to this, so maybe we will see something. Interesting. If you guys are tuning in, welcome. If you have any questions, let me know. Appreciate everyone being here. Again, growth being a little bit slow today, but I was up like 6% yesterday, so not going to complain too much.
We'll see on NXTD does have a pretty low float, so I am interested at getting NXTD. But I still think that okay.
And I was looking at. I remember we were talking about Car. Car actually had a big nosedive. Yeah. Looks like we halted down. That's a big move from 385 to there, but let's take it the 1 minute. Looks like we halted down just once. Okay. Usually on that first halt down, we'll see some big movement the other way. So, yeah, not interested on that one, but it does look like it could do okay. Um, do you want to take a look? APPS has been pretty choppy today, but all the indices have been kind of weird. But APPS, yeah, we are actually consolidating nicely at this level. But if earnings are good, we are close to our 52-week high. We could push up as far as we want if earnings are good. We could definitely make some big movements. Is it a good day trend for Neo? Let's take a look. I know Neo. I was looking at that last week. It looks like we could have been close. So for me, for Neo, what I have here is we're still not there, but we're close. When we look at something like XPEV, something that's in the same sector, once we do break out of this, we do see some big upside. So we are getting pretty close. I do want to see. We were there. I want to see 43 on Neo first. Over 43 would look good, but we are looking good, but we still kind of faded away today. So if we can maybe close at like 43, I'd be interested. But yeah, we definitely could see some movement up for sure.
Wow, Tesla's green today. That's crazy.
Very, very crazy. So yeah, over maybe like 43, I would say.
Yeah, I'll call it 43. Just want to make sure that that trend changes before you go long. You don't want to be stuck in a something that's not trending or is just going down. Wonder what some. I know there's some other earnings. A lot of these growth stocks report today. Growth stocks are usually after some of the bigger caps. So some of the Russells, which do tend to be growth stocks sometimes because they are smaller caps. The hyper growth stocks they do report early, earlier in the month or later in the month. So I am excited to see if we can make some big moves on those. Bingo is actually going today as well. I feel like that name just pops up every once in a while.
Okay. NXTD is getting a lot of flow today too. Wouldn't be opposed to playing NXTD. Hopefully we can. Honestly, I want to see a higher high right here. So really, if we could maybe break this 5-5 level again or something like that, still looks like we're just kind of on this falling knife since $8 or this falling wedge. So if we do break it, we could get explosive, but until then, I don't really think there's going to be a whole lot of upside.
So we'll see though. I wonder if car's gonna halt up. Yeah, this is a crazy name off of earnings. I still don't understand why it's up about 100%. It was up 130, but looks like there's a lot of bulls still trying to get in. If we do look on our RSI, looks really, really good, but it looks like we could be, you know, we are forming this flag. I wish I would have saw this, but yeah, I just made this and then I looked into it, but that was a perfect flag breakout right there into a halt. So no crazy orders, but yeah, or we didn't halt yet, but that lots of huge orders. When you talk about a stock being at $360, these $500, these $200 bid sizes are actually pretty big. Lot of just buying so far. It's kind of crazy that there's buyers, up in these levels. Interesting. Like even a $700 order is like 20. I don't know how much money that is. That's a lot of money. Because 100 would be 36,000, right? 100 is 36,000, and then so 700 would be close to 220,000. Yeah, that's like a $360,000 buy. That's crazy. There's so much buying right here on such a high flying stock. So kind of crazy to see that there's a lot of people that looks like they want to get into this. I don't understand why, but that's crazy. So much order flow. But I wonder if we did halt up. Yeah, it looks like we did halt up on that big order flow right there. Look at all that green. That's crazy. Very interesting. Is anyone playing car? I wish I would have had this. I mean, I guess this is a hyper growth name. The quarter to quarter has been really, really good, but hopefully something like APPS or XP will do something like this. If we get about $2 billion of revenue on XP, we'll see something like this, but still kind of far-fetched. Yeah, it's crazy. Especially with like almost a $3,600 stock, seeing $1,000 orders, just consistently in there, 400s, thousands. It's a lot of that's a lot of flow. There's a lot of people that looks like they want to get in here, so it's kind of crazy to see. If you guys are tuning in, welcome. If you have any questions, let me know. We will go over those. I did want to take a look at... I know AMC sitting at some key support today. Let's take a look. Yeah, really sitting at some key support. We actually did jump off of there. I wish I didn't really say... I didn't say I was going to buy, but... really on this symmetrical triangle, there's two ways that these plays usually go on a symmetrical triangle. If we break this support line, we will go down. If we break this top line, we're going to go up, but we still look really bullish in here. We're starting to coil tightly, so if we do end up breaking 41, I think this chart needs a little bit more time to mature, like I've been talking about, but AMC could definitely be a potential runner. I entered car, very small amount, made 20% in instant. That's awesome. That's awesome. Bar. What's on bar? Yeah, we'll take a look. VRAR, okay. So we just IPO'd and we almost are kind of at this 18 level, which is good to see for an IPO. That's what you want to see, it break that kind of first range. Not sure what they do. Let's take a look. So earnings quarter to quarter have been pretty bad. I guess that was a big jump, but not a lot. What do they do? Immersive health. Okay. 65 employees. I mean, we do have a relatively low market cap. If we do, we look like we're trending really, really nicely. For the last actually week, we've been doing really, really good. Looks like, though, again, we're going to probably need some kind of a pullback. MACD is overextended. So I would stay out of this. Looks like we are going to need a pullback eventually. But yeah, AMC looks okay. Looks okay, I suppose. And I'm curious on APPS. I really haven't been watching the flow too much, but I will be watching the flow into after hours for sure. But still, some really big blocks. $2,000 shares is a huge block. A lot of thousands. So we'll see. Usually people want to get in before APPS earnings. They usually do end up being, relatively well. So if it wasn't for like XP today, I'd be up. Only down about 0.7%, so not too worried after a 6% gain yesterday. ENVX breakout of range. Do you think there's more upside? Well, we can definitely take a look. Let's see. ENVX. Yeah, we definitely did break out today. My biggest indicator on a stock is when we see, let me try to pull up something like Apple. We're going to go to the yearly on Apple. We can see that once we kind of get in these higher ranges of MACD, up in these ranges, we seem like we sit there and consolidate for a bit. We pull back. I want to look at something better. Let's look at something like, what's been a great name? Okay, let's look at SellH. Whenever we do tend to kind of get high up in these MACDs, this is kind of like a stock, right? This MACD has to fluctuate throughout there. So when we get up to these, super, super high ranges in these, especially these 2.25s on the exponential, it seems like we're going to need a pullback of some sort. So, we see a pullback right here when we entered pretty high, 67 back to 54. So I really do think that we do need a pullback. It does look overextended. So that's what I would say about that. We do look a little overextended. Yeah, Pfizer is interesting. Pfizer. Honestly, there have been super, super good ads in this 42 range. I didn't see that. We had a nice double bottom for him right there. I don't really like Pfizer too much. Long term it's not the best, but we definitely have some movements to be made on the weekly and the daily. On the daily, MACD did curl up. Last time we curled up, we went, 39 to 51. Last time it curled up, we go 33 up to 39. So we did actually curl up. We have a big separation on there. We do have a nice hammer forming today as well. So there's really not that much upside, up to about $51, but the chart does look decent. Okay, they're live on Power Hour. Yeah, maybe that's see some movement, but for the most part, I do think that it's pretty much overextended. We could see a little bit more moves. Yeah, AMD, super, super nice move today on AMD. We did break out. We did break out yesterday, actually. We did break out over, 127.98. We could see, probably 130 pretty quick on that daily breakout. But yeah, AMD, this has been a super, 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 super strong name. Looks really good. Did APPS hit an all-time high? No, it didn't. 93 yesterday. Okay. OLB. Let's take a look. OLB. Ooh. This stock's moving, huh? Might keep it on watch today, but oh wow, that was such a nice breakout this morning. That looks really good. But yeah, everything looks pretty good on this stock. Except we're up 150%, so I'd want to see some sort of pullback. But RSI looks really, really good. MACD still has some room to run. We are just curling up right here, so could see some more movement. Might play it later today. It does look a little overextended, so probably will stay out of there for now. Let's take a look at Bingo.
Yeah, Bingo actually just claimed its 100-day moving average. I don't really like the stock, but what is good for it is MACD did curl up a little bit. We do have a long ways to move up on MACD. Last time, if we can hold this, but last time MACD really went, positive, we made this big run. RSI is shooting up, which you love to see. When you see all these big runs, you see RSI shoot up really, really quick. That means we got a lot of relative strength back. So, for a swing, maybe it's not a terrible idea. I don't really like the company that much. But it does look decent. Looks decent. I would say I'd give it decent at the best. Wow, DXLG has been DXLG, one of these stocks that I added a couple weeks ago. I got pretty lucky with the timing, but DXLG has been going crazy. I bought in here at about 630s. And this thing's been going crazy. Kind of begs the question, are we ever going to see kind of a big pullback on here? And we might. We went 19 cents to 775, but still am playing this. We do look over here at OLB. Looks like we are filling in a nice flag potentially. Do I want to take shares? This actually is a perfect flag that is set up. Yeah, we'll look at AMC in one sec. Wow. Okay. OLB looks like we could be setting up for a nice move. Stop loss under 1022. If you had to stop, so when I'm entering a day trade, I want to see I first figure out how much I'm gonna lose. So I say 1020. My stop loss, the last low would probably be at about 1019. Right, and then the closer we can get to the bottom of the support line. So if you could get some 1080 buys, we're only looking at about as 5% loss. So we are bouncing off of those lines pretty well. If we do break this upper line, I don't know what the news is, but this chart, bull flag forming here on the 1 minute, over 1150. I will be looking to take some equities, I believe. Let me get that loaded up on my phone. Over 1150, I will take some shares. I still think, if we can hit this bottom resistance line, that'd be great again. Kind of in the low 11s would be great with that, stop loss. So, okay, let me put this in. I will. Like I said, when we break this top line, it might even be 1030, but we'll see if we can hit this bottom support line again. The 1087 would be great. The low 11s. And actually, you could raise your stop loss to this last low of about 1065 too. So, all right. I am going to take some shares in these low 11s. I did fill some at about 11.5. I do have a stop loss. When we look at our stop loss, I went at the last low. So our last low is obviously going to be at about, we'll call it 1068. That's the number we need to hold. But yeah, if we do break this top, I did alert that out in the Discord, but hopefully, ideally, we want to see this break at about 1150 and we could see some upside. But I will try to accumulate some of these 11s as long as this, 1068 level holds. Gonna pull up our time and sales. So time and sales on these breakouts are going to be big. We want to see a big volume push up on here. So when I'm looking at this, we have some really big orders coming through. I don't really see any huge red ones. Oh, I mean, there's some big red ones, but for the most part, that does look pretty good. So, okay, we did actually bounce off that 1068 level, and then we fell through. So interesting. Gonna give it one more chance here. Okay. Give it one more chance. Okay, cool. Usually with these stop losses on these dailies, I don't really have an actual stop loss. It's more of a mental. So as long as that candle, what I look for is that it closes. If it closes below that, my stop point, I'm not really interested. But for that case, we did kind of bounce off of there, and it still looks like a hammer. So we'll see. I ideally want it to, we break this 1125 level pretty quick. Do you want to take a look at? I want to keep an eye on APPS order flow today. Nothing crazy this morning. Not a whole lot of volume. We'll see. We are looking like I'm going to redraw these lines. That looks like probably is going to be our breakout. So are filling this still in nicely. Hopefully we can bounce off this, this bottom support line. We are filling it in nicely, though. Hopefully we can hold that. Yeah, we'll take a look at AMC. AMC did bounce off of its support line. So when I do look at AMC, I still think, like I said, I still think that we're going to need a couple more days or maybe a week or two to really form this chart in. But we still have a symmetrical triangle forming. So for the most part on this, under 34.67 is going to be pretty bearish. If we do have the chance to break above this, I would say 40.82 level, we could have a lot of upside. We've been kind of forming this in for the last few weeks. So I am hoping that we will see something like that. Still holding my OLB position. We will see. If we I do think that if we do close below this 10-25 minute on the candle, I'm not going to be interested. So I'll give it a couple more seconds. We'll see what happens. NXTT. Okay, we'll take a look at NXTD. Keep that chart up. We'll put on NXTD. Let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I would like to see it above 5.5. Over 5.5, we can make some moves. And yeah, I am out of OLB. That did not work out. Oh, lost about 8% on that. I was playing super, super small, though. I was playing about 1% of my portfolio. So not too big. But yeah, NXTD does look good. RSI is shooting up. We'll see. We did reclaim that kind of 5.4 level, so... Take a look at OLB. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Maybe on a little bit of a pullback, I will be looking. NXTD definitely looks like over 5, I will sell. I'll take a look at Beos. Yeah, this actually, NXTD doesn't look terrible. Like I said, now that we're starting to curl up here, might not be a terrible idea for a swing. Just because, we hit 8 pre-market, we really are starting to break over this mark. So, would like to see a little bit of pullback right here, but let's get our 5 minutes looking. Our 5 minute, we still have so much room to run, actually. So, we did fill this kind of down. So yeah, I'm gonna take a couple shares for a swing today. I'm gonna wait for RSI to cool off, ideally in kind of like these 5-1 levels. Um, okay, yeah, that does look juicy. Over 5. What's your average? Okay, so I'm gonna take a few shares here at see if we can get a little bit of a dip, but I would like to add in these low 5-10s probably. Yeah, okay. I am going to take a couple fills here in these 5-11s. Still, let's see. Okay. I'm actually going to fill here in these this 5 level right here. Like this 5 level right here. Hopefully we can see this pullback. So did take some here at 5. We'll see if those will work out. Wow, car almost, is it really 500? I didn't even look. Wow, it almost is at 500. That's ridiculous. Up 200%. What is our market cap on there? Wow, that's already a pretty big market cap too. But yeah, very interesting. Like I said, when we were backfilling in this flag, I didn't want to play it because, but I mean, there were some serious orders coming through. And there's still some serious orders coming through as well. Would expect, some selling pressure to come in here, but still, I mean, someone just bought $250,000 right there. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a huge. I've never really seen an ER play like that earnings, but yeah, definitely interesting. Like I said, I did grab some NXTD at these low 5s. Hopefully, trying to see. I mean, over like $6, we could get crazy. So again, I'll take a starter position for a swing today. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I can't believe all this bullish flow on here. It's ridiculous. All right, let's take a look at Bayos. I don't like Bayos at all. Stocks that have been just kind of downtrending like this, I'm not very interested in at all. Usually stocks that are downtrending tend to stay in that channel, so yeah, I'm not interested. Unfortunately. Yeah, growth is coming back to life today. SI is up about 5% today too. Love to see it. XP is the only thing that's really killing me. I wonder what this can hit. This is a monster. I mean, we are obviously super overextended, but wow. I don't know. It could go higher, but at this point, it's such a big market cap. I'm just not interested. Wouldn't be interested in playing this in 100 years, but crazy. I honestly didn't think it was going to extend much higher than, 341, but again, nice breakout. Might extend higher. Wow, I heard 167 yesterday too. Wow.
That's ridiculous. That's a huge move. Didn't catch it, but
See if OLB. I did lose. I lost like $50 on OLB. OLB is actually. It's still not setting up terribly. Let's take a look. Maybe we're stuck in a falling wedge now. That might be the case for OLB. Did think we were forming in a bull flag right here. Did look like a really, really nice bull flag, but looks like we're just stuck into a falling wedge. Yeah. Not going to really play it again, but if we did end up breaking 1018, Alex, don't sell. Wait to 6-7, please. We'll see. I did make a pretty good money off of NXTD yesterday. We'll see. Like I said, we were up tons in after hours, and we are starting to see some hits. So, hopefully we're not heading to low a day, but we'll take a look. Hopefully that'll shape out. Yeah, we'll take a look at SBEA. Not, let's see. Yeah, I'm not really interested on this chart. We are starting to make some moves up. For me, for not now, it still looks okay. We did hit 15 pre-market. That's crazy from a SPAC floor. It looks fine. I'm not interested in playing it. Looks a little overextended. Let's take a look at UA. UA had good earnings. Okay. Yeah, UA definitely had some good earnings. Under Armour. For me, I don't really like Under Armour too much. We've just kind of been, we're not even back to COVID lows. I guess we're kind of right at COVID lows. It's not really a high growth story. So Under Armour, yeah, we can look at earnings, but for me, I'm still not going to be long about it. Okay. So EPS we beat quite a bit in our revenue. Our revenue wasn't that big of a jump. I do look at EPS a little bit, but revenues for the big thing. We did have a nice beat. EPS we usually beat, so that's nothing new there. So yeah, looks okay. Not interested long though for like a long term position. Yeah, whenever those stocks do get halted up or down, they lose a lot of momentum. Yeah, Bitfarm's another one that I do hold in my IRA. Bitfarm's super, super strong. I have Bitfarm at IPO, so I have it down. I don't know where I have it. Maybe at like 4s, but yeah, we're looking really, really good. We actually have a possible cup and handle forming on the daily. But if we look at this over, we actually are almost there, but over 615, we should have a nice move upwards. Yeah, Bitfarm looks good. I think Bitfarm is a good play, long-term play. I have a lot of conviction on it, but yeah, looks super good. Over 615, we might see that today. We could definitely have some movement up. Bitfarm looks good. And then Prague. Okay, so on Prague, okay. For Prague,
really what we want to see. The chart doesn't look terrible yet. We definitely have to see. So our last low that was put in place on the daily, I want to almost say that this was a low. This a 330 or higher low. So as long as it can hold this this 223 mark, we're still bullish. This chart's very, very weird, but is for the most part, if we hold 223, we're still good. I would expect to bounce somewhere in here, but this 223 level is going to be key. Not a big fan on the chart, but as long as we hold that, it doesn't look terrible. Looks like Bitfarm is almost actually about to break that 615 level as well. Yeah, super, super strong chart. Wonder, yeah, let's see. Might take a little bit more NXTD in the 480s. We'll see. I mean, I like Bitfarm long term, so I think that any price is probably okay. I have it, at about $4, so I already have a good price. But I mean, ideally, we are breaking out on the daily, so not a terrible time to add. But again, with any long term play, just make sure that you're averaging in slowly, would be the way I would say. Just average in slowly over time, you'll be fine. You just don't want to add all at once, when it's up 10%. Just there's that Discord. I did end up taking a couple more shares. I did double down on NXTD. We'll see if we can bounce from these levels, but for the most part, it looks like if we can hold this, low of the day at 469, we might be okay. OLB is OLB. OLB is probably, let's see. Yeah, OLB. OLB looks good again. We did break that, we did break this falling wedge, so it does look decent. I already lost some money on this play, so I'm not going to play it again, but yeah, it's definitely moving again over. I mean, if we could get back to the 11, that'd be good, but I'm still not interested. SI is making some nice moves today. Another one that's been, super, super crazy. We go up $100 to $200. Growth name has been on point. I'm finally agreeing with Plug. Any thoughts about sell this EV plane, possibly we're going to try to wait it out? I was hoping to be that guy that got in on the ground floor. Yeah, we'll take a look. So
plug. Interesting. Plug definitely could have a little bit of upside for sure. Um, I don't know. It depends if you're long term about plug. I mean, this chart really is forming really nicely. Up to you. If you can't sleep at night, I'd probably sell it. If you're having, if it's kind of stressful to hold, but for the most part, I mean, everything looks pretty good. I do think that we're gonna have a pullback, a small pullback in the next few days or some consolidation, but the chart does look really good. We do have room up, but quite higher. So just off your risk tolerance, that would mean it, but it definitely looks okay. All right, hopefully we can see. I did take some shares down here in the lower 470s on NXTD. Um, we'll see if we can bounce back from here. Maybe we have a possible double bottom right here. Not sure. We'll have to see if this, will be in place. But possible double bottom right here. Not an inverse head and shoulders because this head was not a little bit lower, but would love to see a reclaim of 5 again. Yeah, that's congrats that you made your money back on plug. That's awesome. I know that cost a lot of people a lot of money. Car is still going. I wonder if it's going to hit 500. 500 is going to be a big resistance point for it, but yeah, crazy. I think it was like $3 a couple months ago. So, very interesting. Yeah, OLB does look really good. We did break that falling wedge. Unfortunately, I did exit. Did exit here, but it doesn't look terrible. Yeah, it does want to run. Orb does look good, or OLB. I don't know. I'm calling it Orb. It does look good. I did buy. I did again. I did think we had a nice bull flag forming up here. Should have waited until the breakout, but does look okay. Someone was it was a big leak. Some like guru or like someone big on Twitter like said that he was shorting car at like 160. It was like it's like going crazy right now. Someone said that like this big guy said that he was shorting at 160, and you know that probably wasn't the best play. But yeah, over 11. Yeah, there we go. That looks really strong. I'm not gonna take it. I already lost on that play unfortunately, but it does look pretty good. Wow. Yeah. Super nice movement from there for sure. Yeah.
I don't have a position in Orb yet. I wish I did have a position, but it did not work out how I wanted it to. So
Yeah, congrats if you hold that though. Looks good. Resistance is definitely in this. We have a lot of resistance up. Resistance is up at 1188, so 1188 will be the big mark to hold. Let's take a look at any. Is any? Yeah, all these Bitcoin names are actually doing really, really well. Yeah, was up a lot. A lot of these Bitcoins are doing really, really well. And then one of my that I've been talking about since $100, SI has been doing really, really well. Almost up about 6% today. So love SI. I do. I don't know. I'm debating taking a little bit off of SI, but at the same time, it's been one of my big winners. We did, we were, if we look at the weekly, we were down at, $7 quite a bit ago. So I think that this name could definitely see some more upside. But again, pretty big move. So might protect a little bit of profits. I'm going to see how that goes. But yeah, super, super strong. Oh wow. Yeah, OLB. OLB looks super, super strong. GMBL for a day. We'll take a look. Probably not. I'd probably say no. I don't think we're gonna extend too much higher, but probably say no on this. Possibly actually have a double top for me here. Not too interested. 4-7 level is still holding on NXTD, but kind of ugly. Grab some LB so we can win together. I already did try OLB. We'll see. We do have a double top here. Let's see if it sets up a quality pattern. I might grab some OLB. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we can. We could go crazy. Over if we can break this, I'll add a little bit. I was going to sell when you did, but the new crypto is fire. Bought some BKKT 80 share when it dipped. Was going to sell when you did, but the new with crypto is fire. Bought some BKKT 80 share at 24x and sold it when it dipped a little, man. The thing ran. Yeah, yeah. It's that name's been crazy. BKKT still has a little bit of room to run as well, so we'll see. Yeah, the crypto.
I can't tell. So did you hold it? Did you hold it? Um, NXTD. Yeah, I'm done with NXTD. Honestly, I was hoping that this 470 level would hold, but we did make a new low on the daily, or not really on the daily. We don't have a low yet, so I'm not interested anymore on this one. Maybe it'll turn around, but for now, I'm not interested. Keeps going. Yeah, SI is a super crazy. Again, SI. I have my average on SIs down here at about 103, so I kind of have officially doubled, but SI on the daily is crazy. Just some monster moves from this stock. I do think that SI will have a lot of potential. So we'll see. AMC. I think AMC would be better. Let's take a look. AMC. Yeah, AMC is looking good. When I look here, over 41. Over 41 is going to be big for AMC. Over 41 will be good. Nice. Yeah, I should have held my OLB. It did, like I said, I would have made quite a bit if I just held on to it, but again, with I don't know what the problem is, but some of these names that are up a lot today aren't really holding. Okay, yeah, I did want to take a look at Baba. Baba actually, I did some Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave forecast on this isn't bad. What I see, Baba looks okay right here. The big level for Baba to hold is obviously this 161 level, but we are getting ready for our next move up, in my opinion. So Baba looks good as long as we can hold this 161 level. I did do some Elliott Waves yesterday. Let me see if I can pull that chart up real quick. Can't find it, but yeah, I think Baba looks okay. I'm personally staying out of China. I'm not a big fan of China. There's been too much controversy. I've lost too much money in China so far. So I do stay out of China for the most part. Yeah, all these stocks that have been up today, they're kind of fading away. Doesn't have a lot of strength. Last week we've had some really nice strength on a lot of these stocks. You know, they've been up a lot on the day. They tended to kind of hold it, but for now, really looks like we're not. OLB, though, still looks okay. Do possibly have a double top that did form. Didn't want to break through there. But Baba looks okay, the 131. Yahoo is getting out of China. Yeah, there's so much things that are going on with China. Like, you know, I think that Baba's a good company. I think it's a great company trading at a really big discount, but sometimes you gotta realize that you know, just because a stock's on a discount, it's usually probably for a good reason. So, for my opinion, I'm staying out of China. That's just for me. Not a big fan right now. You know, there was some names that I really like. I do love Futu Tiger. You just bought 1K shares at 1180. Spia, you bought. Okay, let's take a look. You bought at 1180. Okay. It looks okay for now. I'm not a huge fan. We did have a nice flush this morning, so not a terrible place to buy. There's really the only thing I can see that we have is a trend line setting up. But I still think this chart's kind of beaten down. I think that if we can break, 1250, we could see some big upside. But for now, I don't know if we're going to really see a big move. But over 1250 would look good, in my opinion. If we do end up, breaking this, 1130 level, I would say no. Yeah. I was actually thinking the same thing on Chegg. So Chegg doesn't look terrible. Um, it doesn't look terrible. The earnings weren't bad. So I don't know what the news was. I need to look more into it. Neo, I sold it because of trying to. Neo is the only name that I would hold. Neo does look good. So this is my. I did look at Chegg earnings. They didn't look bad. So when I'm looking at Chegg earnings, the earnings call. When I look at this, right? Wait, this is quarter three. Okay. Are we in quarter three? Why do I feel like we're in quarter four? Wish. I would stay out of Wish. Wish is just for me. I like to stay. So for an example, I like to stay in stocks. So I do have my growth portfolio. In my growth portfolio, what I love to see is stocks that are kind of near its 52-week highs. Stocks that are kind of trending down and down. It's really really hard to find that bounce. So stocks that are close to 52-week high, something like APPS is going to be a top name that I like. Something like Celsius. Just names that are trading their 52-week highs. Wish has just not done anything. It's just lower and lower. So for Wish, I'm not interested. Chegg CS Education is experiencing slowdown. Yeah, I get that, but I don't see a 40%. Okay, so really when I look at this earnings call, I wish I could pull up some more stuff, but we only missed revenue by 1%. Yeah, but I know, but it was only 1%. I want to see what these. Okay. Oh, here we go. So we reported 170 million of revenue. We really have just been sitting around this 200 mark for a while. So we did lose about 30 million in revenue. It doesn't really. I don't feel like that should be worth a 50% drop. We only missed earnings by a couple million, and it's really not down that much from June. So, I don't think that this was. I think that it's kind of an overreaction, but now we're kind of back to COVID lows. We were really really high, so I'm just not interested. This chart's really broken down, but it does seem like it was an overreaction. It does seem like it was an overreaction for sure. Okay, I'm gonna look at auto. Let's take a look. Okay. Auto is a sympathy to car. I'm just reading someone said in the Discord. Might be sympathy plays on these big runners are key. We'll see. Doesn't look too great. Yeah, I get it. I just don't think that was worth a 50% drop back to almost COVID lows is my thing. If a stock is, let's say, if it missed earnings by a lot, I could see, but it was only by a couple million. So for me, I'm just not very interested. Um, I don't know why that happened. I'd have to look more into the earnings report. It might be profit margin. It might be something more than just revenue. I'm sure it is if it dropped 40%. I mean, if you miss revenue by 2 million, there really shouldn't be that big of a downside. So, I'll look more into it today. I still think that I don't really think we're going to see a big pop or something like that intraday. So, um, let's take a look at SPWR. Sun Power, yeah, I do like SPWR. Actually, SPWR is really really nice. It's actually for an energy stock. I really really like the PE ratio. It's very very undervalued. We're sitting at a 12 PE ratio. So we're sitting at a 6 billion market cap. What I like about this one in particular, is that we're sitting at a really really low EBITDA. The problem with growth stocks, why I don't play them,
is that, the operating expense, the cost of revenue is really, really high on these, on all energy stocks. So yeah, we are growing. We can see some okay growth annually. I don't know. It looks okay. I stay out of them, but yeah, it's definitely undervalued if we're just looking at market cap to earnings. It doesn't look terrible, but
I'm just not interested in energy stocks. It's really hard for energy stocks to grow unless they're government backed, just because of the fact that, um, their profit margins aren't as high as other stocks in different, industries. Wow, Open Door was down. I did cut Open Door last week. I saw with Open Door, I looked at that and I didn't like what the analyst had provided. The analyst, I was hoping that earnings. Usually, you can kind of get with growth stocks, you can kind of see if good or bad earnings are going to come. What I look for is if analysts are predicting it to be down or up. They give kind of the estimate, and if their estimate usually doesn't sink the price until it actually comes. But if their estimate's down from where I think the numbers are going to be, I usually cut it in Open Door. I think they decreased on the quarterly, and then let's see, Open Door was down quite a bit today. Yeah, down about 13%. Yeah, you're welcome, Ralph. But yeah, for 27, nice. I don't play energy stocks. That's one sector that I don't do. Unfortunately. Let's see. I've been looking at my growth portfolio in a bit. Oh, nice. Had a nice recovery on the growth portfolio today. Um, looks like SI and DXLG are doing really well. SI is another crypto name, one of the best hyper growth names out there. This thing's been on a tear. Love to see it. All right, I will be right back. I need to use the restroom. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I was using the restroom. I was looking at SI on the toilet. Lost money on car, made it back 10 minutes in LB. Yeah, congrats if you did that. Um, Looks like quite an epic golden cross. Eminent golden cross. I like crosses. Let's see if it has a golden cross. I love golden crosses. Yeah, we do have a golden cross right here, and it looks like $10 SPAC for is moving up. I don't really like SPACs too much, so I try to stay out of them. But RSI is shooting up in golden cross, so yeah, nice golden cross. We have a lot of room to run on the RSI as well, so we could definitely see maybe a solid swing. Not my type of play, but definitely could see a swing. Looks pretty good. SI, wow, SI. When I look at SI, so I have SI again. I really added heavy in this 103. I got really lucky on the timing, but this stock has been on an absolute tear. Love the name. Looks super good. And I'm actually okay. I'm actually up today on my growth portfolio. Interesting. Had a lot of names that are taking me down, but yeah, you're welcome, Ralph. I do like. Well, so if you are interested, the Discord, I do have my growth portfolio. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but growth portfolio is actually up today, which is good to see. When we look at some, obviously the big growth ETF is going to be something like ARK. ARK is down about 1.5% today. IWM is about down a little bit today. My growth portfolio is break even, up actually just a little bit of money. So, well, now I'm down about 0.25%, but I'll take that any day of the week. Yeah, this is another high growth stock. Earnings are coming up as well. Looks like we've been absolutely killing earnings. Last earnings got killed. When I look at this, I don't know. Maybe we are changed patterns right here. Let's take a look at ESEA. Investors. Take a look. Okay. ESEA. So yeah, the EPS change last quarter. Our sales is absolutely phenomenal. Solid growth stock here. It is a little bit overextended, but if we look at our MACD, we still have a lot of ways to go up. So again, looks like another decent growth stock. Let me check Yahoo Finance. Who is holding APPS in here? I'm curious. I'm sure a lot of people in here are holding APPS. I'm curious if you guys are holding APPS. Yeah, quarterly looks good. Yeah. Not one of my favorite strong growth names. We really did make a big jump last quarter, but for the most part, looks a little overextended from growth, so probably not. Is anyone else holding APPS? I know I'm probably not the only one. BBIG, don't like it. We're just making new lower lows on the daily. We'll try to stay out of that. APPS is kind of taking a little bit of a dump. We are down. Yeah, we are down about 1.5% today, but we do have earnings sneaking right up on us this afternoon. So let's see what time it says Central Time. This is one that it's my biggest holding. So in about 5 hours. So looks like about 30 minutes after market close, we should have earnings on APPS. Yep. You guys all own APPS. That's awesome. So when I'm looking at APPS, I kind of made some reasonable goals for me. Couple stocks that I've been trying to find. So for APPS, naturally, I'm gonna look at what happened. So financials. So obviously we've been on this huge growth spurt. Quarterly, we had this really, really big jump last quarter. You know, we almost tripled in size. I mean, annually the growth is there, but quarter me for APPS, I would love to see, you know, anywhere between 350 million to 500 million. If we could get, I would love to see 400 million, but I'd be okay with 350 million. So as long as the revenue comes back above 350 million, we will look really, really good. But I would love to see 400. 400 would be kind of my goal. That is kind of a long shot. APPS is a long-term play for me. So as long as you're just, if you are looking to get APPS, just make sure that you're kind of averaging in. You don't want to, you know, go all in at something at once. Just make sure you're averaging in slowly. But hope, and then for XP too, XP is one of those stocks that has been killing earnings recently. Let's go to XP. And then XP, this is my other big holding. Phenomenal growth annually. We can see this. We kind of had a slow quarter one, quarter two, but we had a big jump last quarter. So I would love to see XP kind of hit this 1.7 billion range of revenue. I mean, that's a really, really big long shot. Again, it looks like analysts think that this is going to be okay. So again, I'm really, really hoping that we can, you know, honestly, 1.5 billion will be fine, but excited to see that. For me, APPS, you know, just buy on pullbacks. Great long-term stock. But for me, just like anything, this earnings is going to be really, really key for APPS. It's always key for growth stocks on earnings, but I think this quarter especially will be really, really big. So I'm excited to see if we can see if we can, yeah, I think over 350 million on APPS would be good. Again, hopefully we do that. We'll see. I wish the earnings call would have came out this morning so I can just see. But if we do somehow get like 400 million revenue, we're gonna skyrocket high. So we'll see. I know that analysts think that it's going to perform well. They always do. I don't think APPS has missed earnings or revenue in the last like 2 years. It's just been on an absolute, you know, tear. So we'll just see. Okay. CRTX bounce back. We'll take a look. For me, CRTX, I've said this, we got to be over $20.21 for this gap to fill. We are consolidating here at the bottom a little bit, but we want to see, I'm not interested until we break about maybe even 20. Over 20, we could see a gap fill, but until then, we're just not going to be in that gap, so I'm not interested. AEYE. Probably not good because the chart sucks. So, I mean, annually the growth is there. This is the problem though. Annually the growth is there. Quarterly, we can see that we've had a big jump up all the way here, but quarterly our growth has kind of plateaued for the being. A lot of in our operating expense, so we're actually losing money every month on this quarter, which I don't like to see. So I would probably say no on that one. Yeah, I'd probably say no. Isn't Lucid a day or two away from being also? I think, well, for Lucid, I'm pretty bearish long term. They've made 13 cars and their market cap 60 billion. Usually the Golden Cross, you can look at it the weekly or the daily. We definitely have one on the daily. My problem is that I don't like, the problem with this stock is that it's such a big market cap. I don't like Lucid. So, I mean, I mean, we kind of do have a golden cross formed on the weekly. We do. I mean, last time we actually even our MACD went over. We go $10 to 64. We did cross over, but I just don't. It's such a big company. It's a 50 billion market cap right now. It's made 3 cars, so I don't want to really stay on that. That's my personal opinion. I don't like it, really at all. So I would probably try to stay out of that. Again, I try to take my bias out of the companies when I'm trading, but just not a big fan. Wonder what Car's doing. All right, Car definitely. Car's up 100% today. I think it was up like 200%. That was a crazy move, but again, you just get to a point where there's just no more buyers that want to buy 500 plus for a stock that was at 130 the other day. I'm gonna have to look up on Chegg though. I don't know if Chegg's earnings were actually that bad. Do I need an invite for Discord? What's your 4 digits for Discord? Do I need an invite for? No, just on this bio, just join the Discord and I'll get you into all the channels. Yeah, I know you're subscribed. Just just join the Discord and then I'll get you in there. Wow. Okay. I just did see I'm seeing a whole bunch of $300 and $400 calls for GameStop come alive. I just saw a $400 call get posted. Interesting. I'm gonna take a look at that. Usually don't see some big sweeps like that come through. Definitely some big sweeps. Yeah, just join the Discord and then I'll invite you in there. We're to all the channels. Wow. Okay. I'm just looking at GameStop. We have some huge order flows. Saw a $400 sweep come through. Well, I haven't looked at almost at 1K subs, man. Thanks, Mitchell. I appreciate it. GameStop. Want to look. Yeah, GameStop actually doesn't look terrible. We do have a lot of upside. We actually haven't seen RSI like this in a while, but RSI is getting high. MACD is curling up. GameStop could be in for a big move. I did see some 300 calls get put. Do I want to take a position though? I'm just seeing all these big blocks get passed through. Interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on that. Thanks for all the subs coming through. Appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, interesting. See, I usually look at some of those order flows are very, very big to see. As we get some order flows, we tend to see, we got some bigger players in there trying to get involved. So I like to see that. Yo, what's up, Sean Ernest? Love the trades. I'm sure you do. How's your Facebook, Sean? How's all your Facebook doing for you? Or would you rather not talk about it? AMC or GME better play at the moment? Probably GameStop. GameStop looks like the chart's better than AMC. GameStop is just... We really are getting some big call volume in here. I'm seeing a lot of call volume. We did break this. I wish I would have gotten some at 176, but we do have some ways to run up on GameStop for sure. Maybe close to 250. I don't know. I don't really play GameStop and AMC, but I definitely see some movement there. Another name from the growth. Wow, growth portfolio is being weird, but FLGT is another name that I'm definitely keeping an eye on. DWAC. Yeah, I'm not interested. It's DWAC.
Yeah, I don't like Dwack at all. Um, the only chance we have is like at this like 53 level we have a chance for a bounce, but I think the chart's pretty much overextended. I don't really like the chart. Yeah, I'm gonna look at GameStop. Not a terrible, would be a terrible idea for GameStop. I just don't like it that much. But all right, I am gonna head out today. Today was a little bit shorter. I am gonna be live starting every day at 7:30 now. It's my girlfriend's birthday, so I'm gonna go over to her house and spend the day with her. Um, Again, make sure I'm sure everyone here is in the Discord, but if you want that, you can join the Discord. Um, and then yeah, I might keep an eye on GameStop, but I will be looking at APPS earnings again. That's gonna be a super big one. It makes up about 15% of my portfolio, so I think I look at E-Class. I'm hoping the best for APPS. APPS hasn't let me down yet on an earnings. So nice, Sean. Swung Equos twice and with a small position at 6. Unless we can break above maybe like $6, I'd be interested, but not for now. Are making new lows on the daily as well. Yo, Sean, when are you gonna buy APPS? Wish her happy birthday. Did you get her? Oh yeah. Oh man, I got her too many. I got her way too many things. I did get her lots of things. I got her a Nintendo Switch game, Mario Odyssey. She wanted. I got her the necklace she wanted, and then I got her a ring, and then I got. Let me look at my drawer. I got her Dungeon and Dragons dice she likes, and then I got, let's see, Disney Snow White makeup, both of them, and some lip balm from Target. So I hope she likes it. Next live stream, ring money for your. Next time, let's live stream, ring money for your girlfriend. That'd be hilarious. Buy her some GameStop. I'd rather not. I'll buy her some. I tried to tell her she's got money in her bank account. And I was like, hey, listen, your boyfriend does the stock market. Let's like, my whole thing is she's got $400,000 in the bank. No, but she does have money in the bank, and it's like, even if we invested that into SPY, we get some free money every month. For every year. If it was on my growth portfolio, you could be doubling that by next year. But some people just aren't interested in the stock market. Yeah. For real, June. Some people just like aren't interested in the stock market, and I try to like. I have a lot of friends that like have money, and I'm like, you should invest, but if they don't want to, I don't push them into it. For the most part, that makes sense. Follower wants to look at Facebook. Facebook actually had a nice. Looks like it's. Oh wow. We looked like we were doing good. Is the QQQ getting hammered? It does. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll answer a few more questions. I didn't have to get off like quiet now. I was just. Is IWM getting pulled? Honestly, IWM had that big extension yesterday, so a little bit of a pullback. I'm not going to complain. Upstart. I bet Upstart got hammered today, huh? I bet it didn't get hammered. I feel like I bet Upstart's up because Affirm's up. Okay, never mind. Oh man, we're kind of. This is my problem with Upstart, and this is just completely unbiased.
This is the power of earnings on growth stocks. Last earnings we had an amazing earnings and we go 135 to $400. Right now, my problem with Upstart is that these earnings are going to have to be phenomenal for this thing to keep going up. We're sitting right now at a pretty big market cap of at about 26 billion, which is pretty big, and our revenue is really not that much. So for me, I want to wait for earnings again. If earnings come back, let's earnings were crazy last. I just think that everything's kind of priced in earnings. So let's take a look. Let's see what analysts predict. So quarterly, we had a super big jump last quarter. I just think it's too expensive right now. We are on a good uptrend right here. I don't know. At 331, it's better than 400. It depends. I would ideally want to wait for earnings again. If earnings are spectacular, then I would add, but I would want to wait for earnings, I guess. I bought at 355. You could average down a little bit. If you want, I'm not a financial advisor, but for me, I'm not a big fan of Upstart. That's not the words. I like Upstart. It's a great growth company, but for the most part, I just think it's it's pretty overextended, especially if we look on the weekly. Super super strong growth story. So, I don't know. I'd be more ideally down in the low 300s, maybe. The low 300s would be a bit better, but I don't know. That's a hard one. I think it's overvalued, but again, stocks that are higher usually tend to go higher. Earnings have been great, so it's not in my growth portfolio, but definitely looks decent. Yeah, we'll look at SBEA one more time. SBEA. Yeah, not a big fan of SBEA right now. If we can break maybe like 1250, maybe, but not for now. Okay, I'm gonna head out. I gotta go, guys. Again, so I did lose about $50 on the day trades today. I was playing really really small. Did lose on one of those. Growth portfolio is doing really really good if we compare to it is down today about 0.4%, but when we compare it to something like ARC that's down 1.4%, it's fine. So again, I am really excited for APPS earnings. I'm hoping that those come back good. Dxlg has actually been on a rip today too. Dxlg, this has been on a crazy move. I don't know if 34. It was 34 a big level. Yeah, it did break 34, but for the most part, just not a big fan. Not a big fan. All right, guys, have a good one. All you will be live tomorrow. I'll be in the Discord if you have some questions. I hope you guys have a good one.